Hello, and welcome to Story of My Life, episode 3. More things have happened. So we're going to start off with Friday. So Friday, I woke up super nervous because it was the day of my sign-off tour. The night before, I'd given a tour to Kyle and Mackenzie, and it was a great time. They are great people to give tour to. Highly recommend. And then that night after I gave them the tour, I came back to my room and wrote a tour script for self. And literally wrote things like, stop outside Lucina, and like all of this stuff. And so I wrote where I would stop, where I would walk, and what I'd be talking about during that time. And it is a total of, can you guess? If you guessed 5 pages, you would be correct. It is 5 pages long. But so I woke up on Friday super nervous, but I'm like, you know what, just take her, like, the tour that I will take them, whoever it would be, the tour that I wrote down, and it'd be great. And so I get in there and they're like, one of the GAs you're going to give a tour to, her name is Grace. I go, great. And so we go about our tour. And as I'm giving the tour, every once in a while I'd ask, do you have any questions? And she goes, no, honestly, you're covering everything. I have no questions. I go, great. And she asked me a couple questions about, like, how I had gotten to be where I was with giving the tour. I said, oh, like, I've given a couple of friends tours, and, like, I just sat and I studied the stuff. And she goes, well, you did a really good job. And so at the end of the tour, we stopped where you stop a tour, and she goes, I just want you to know you're definitely being signed off. She goes, and she had like a paper she was writing on, she goes, as we're walking back, like, I'm going to talk through you. I don't have very many notes at all. Most of these are positive things. And then she said she was a tour guide, so she gave me some of, like, her advice. So the only, like, thing she really pointed out for me to work on was, like, it's okay if I stop and take a breath. That she said I project really well, but you could definitely tell when I was out of breath because I wouldn't take the time to stop and catch my breath. So she said, like, that's okay, you can totally do that, which was awesome. And then she gave me a couple of pieces of advice, but as we like got into the building, she called out my supervisor, and his name is Levi, and she said, Levi, this girl knows more about campus than you and I combined. And I was like, love that. So, I definitely got signed off. So I am now officially a tour guide. You could see me giving tours periodically throughout the week. And then after that, I went and I had lunch with Madison, Allison's sister. And oh my gosh, Allison, your sister is amazing. I love her to death. We sat and we talked for well over an hour and a half just about life in general, and it was just a great time. I was having a great day, and it was great. And then I walked to Warner Arena and got my flu shot, like a good little, I don't know what, but I did it. And it was really smooth. It was a great time. And as I get out of the arena, headed back to my dorm, I get a text from my friend Cam. And he goes, have you checked the math video? I go, didn't know there was a math video, so no, I haven't checked. So there's this group chat that his section made, and he had added me to, and they, in the group chat had said something about how the midterm didn't have a camera, and you should use your notes, blah, blah, blah. I, like, found this out later because I don't read the group chat because all they do is complain in it. I even have it muted. And anyways, someone sent the screenshots to my professor, and she made a video about people cheating, and all of this. And of course, like, I'm one of those names, like, in the group chat because I'm in it technically, but I don't see it. And she, like, sent it to, like, the high up people, right, for cheating. And so I myself am calm because I know I did not cheat on that exam. Like, I worked really hard to study for it, and I did well on my own. But Cam was kind of freaking out because although he didn't cheat, he had responded in the group chat. So he's just overall still like super nervous about it. But I emailed my professor, explaining, you know what, like yes, I am a part of this group chat, but I am in no way a part of the group chat, if that makes sense. And all of that. And then I responded with that email saying also, like, I had a couple of questions about the midterm. And she didn't answer me until today. And she never really addressed what I said about, like, the cheating aspect, but she did, like, address my questions about the midterm. And, like, it was fine. So I'm sure she read my email. She just hasn't commented on it. But again, I'm not really freaking out because I didn't cheat on it. And I have proof to show that I didn't cheat on it, that I have never been, like, responded to that group chat, that it's even muted, like, it's muted on my phone. So I am fine. But then I went to my brother's football game. They lost, but my brother did have a fumble recovery, which is, like, good because he's an O-lineman and doesn't touch the football ever. So that was super cool. And then, you know, I've been talking to you guys about not crying recently. I finally had a really good cry last night at midnight. So yes, I bawled like a baby. I sent Kirsten some pictures. It was a great time. But right now, to wrap this up, I am getting ready to do some homework and watch Olaf's Frozen Adventure because I love that so much. I also have been coloring today. This is why I've been coloring. I think he looks super cool. But yeah, that is my current life update. I hope you ladies are having a great weekend, and I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Literally the highlight of my week every single week. Love you all a lot.